Welcome back. Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we are back playing Star Rail. I had like 30 pulls, so I was like, oh, let's do it. Why not? Pull for Acheron. And it worked. Last time we played, we got to witness a little bit of Aventurine's backstory. He has a very sad life. I feel bad for being such a doubter of him before, but things were looking kind of rough for him. Though he seems like he may be onto something in his path to uncovering the truth of this world. With March and Himiko, we spoke more with our favorite bartender, and he gave us the truth behind the watchmaker's identity. He told us that the watchmaker's name is Mikhail, which is a name that we've heard before while wandering around the dream world. So I'm wondering how it all comes together, and I'm hoping that our little journey now with Welt and Acheron will give us a bit more insight into what's happening here. So let's get started.
Something feels off. A grand mansion like this and not a butler or servant in sight. Could it be due to the disruption caused by the emergency? Well, this door is open. Looks like we'll have to investigate ourselves. Let's proceed with caution.
This looks very similar to where we were with Aventurine and Dr. Ratio. I'm assuming it's the exact same place, but...
Light. I've made myself less noticeable. The crew can explain their presence as authorized by the family, but I can't come up with any excuses for being here.
I see. What an interesting technique.
Stream 4.
Oh, that's so sick. Okay, good pull. Perfect for me who loves to run away from all the enemies.
The model in the sand.
Ah, yes. Okay.
It's the golden hour, isn't it?
Perfect.
Maybe the heads of the family used that model for discussing important matters. The footprints here are different from the rest. There are two sets of them. Looks like outsiders might have passed through here not long ago.
You might be on to something, Welt.
There aren't any people in this mansion. They've set up quite a few mimetic guards to patrol this place.
Time to get vigilant! Choose me strike.
Nice.
Look, it dropped something.
A note. Looks like instructions from the butler for the other servants.
Seems like the mansion's entire workforce were assigned other tasks before Robin's death. It must have been a big project to require that much manpower. The Charmony Festival, perhaps.
But no matter what their main priorities are, there should always be someone left at the mansion, right?
So you're saying someone deliberately cleared the place out?
Yeah, but I don't know why.
Probably to talk to our other two friends.
No one here either.
Since no one's around to entertain us, let's make ourselves at home. Stay close to me so that my white can cover you too. Seek, and you will find.
Dear brother, how are you doing these days? I had intended to visit you at Dewlight Pavilion as soon as possible upon my return, but with the approaching Charmony Festival and your busy schedule, I refrained from troubling you. However, an urgent matter compels me to share something with you immediately. Since my return to Penacony, I've experienced a peculiar change in my voice. At first, I thought it was caused by exhaustion or illness, but after consulting with doctors, they assured me of my perfect health and dismissed my concerns. In order to find answers, I conducted many private investigations, using my idle time out of rehearsals, of course. Eventually, I realized that the harmony in Penacony is not pure. A discord lurking within has tainted my voice of harmony, which I believe to be the root cause of my vocal issues. I immediately realized that such levels of interference can only occur if either a powerful external force is pulling the strings or if a senior member of the family is involved. Unfortunately, further investigation has led me to the latter conclusion. This is an extremely alarming discovery. A traitor has emerged within the family in Penacony, and it is highly likely that this person is one of the 4 family heads. There is another matter that requires our attention. During my investigation, I learned about the Memory Zone meme death, and my further inquiries led me to believe that the culprit who directed it to cause this series of incidents is likely the aforementioned traitor in the family. I've collected more clues and am prepared to verify my hypothesis. Rest assured, you can just focus on preparations for the Charmony Festival. Once I've thoroughly investigated death, I'll come and meet you immediately. It won't take long.
As soon as I and the rest of the crew arrived in Penacony, Mr. Sunday and Robin showed up to greet us. I remember hearing something unusual in her voice, and now it seems I was right.
Robin believed it was because the harmony had been tampered with somehow. But as far as I know, there aren't many entities capable of interfering with the power of Path.
Meaning?
If there really is a traitor within the family, that person must hold a high position or possess unimaginable strength.
Anserol, a male Halovian, was dragged into the sea by an unknown meme while sunbathing on the beach in the moment of oasis. Note, this was the first case. Can't tell if anything is wrong. Insufficient investigation? It seems the culprit can ignore physical barriers. The culprit is swift and skilled at disguises, maybe taking orders from someone else. Flipping a card. Interesting. Most cases are related to the ocean. Scratch that. After checking, only 2 cases were related to the ocean. Does it have the ability to imitate and learn? This is the only case where the culprit demonstrated speech ability. Vision sensor? Noteworthy. Mirror? Noteworthy. Is sight really a trigger? Marlowe, a male human, disappeared after being involved in a car accident in the golden hour. Witnesses reported the presence of an eerie meme who fled underground at the scene of the accident. This is a genuine case of death. The meme must be connected to concepts such as death and murder. This list comprises over 100 cases related to the memory zone meme death. However, the author of the list still seems to struggle with figuring out the pattern. I mean, none of these seem related other than them just
Robin,
disappearing.
Firefly, and the other victims. I don't see any commonalities among them.
Yeah.
Looks like the rumors were right. Death does seem to be targeting random victims.
This light cone is securely guarded.
Aww.
It must hold some important memories.
According to Robin's interview, despite having performed on so many grand stages, her favorite performance was a pretend show she put on with her brother when they were just kids.
Oh. To Sunday, I have been informed about Robin, and I would like to express my deepest condolences. However, I must remind you that you now hold the position of not only her elder brother, but also the head of the Oak family. As Penacony is going through a critical period, it is crucial that you do not allow your hatred to cloud your judgment, and be cautious not to engage in activities that others can use against you as leverage. I heard that you are planning to dedicate a significant amount of time and resources to find death. Such action does not serve the best interests of the family as a whole, and I strongly advise you to reconsider it to avoid potential impeachments from other family heads. While you are convinced that death is connected to the Watchmaker, I have met the Watchmaker many times long before the Dream Master adopted you and your sister, and I have never found any evidence linking him to the Memory Zone meme. It is unwise to allocate all of Penacony's resources and manpower for the sake of a personal vendetta, as this would bring dishonor to the Great One. The Charmony Festival is on the horizon, and the Watchmaker's guests are all barely holding back their own agendas. As your elder, I hope you comprehend the gravity of the situation and handle it appropriately. Additionally, I have heard rumors that the Dream Master is not entirely pleased with your recent activities. I advise you to conduct yourself with caution. Yours sincerely, Old Odie.
It seems neither the Dream Master of Penacony nor this old Odie is happy with Sunday's recent performance.
They don't seem to care much about death. Instead, they're more concerned about the Charmony Festival and the Watchmaker.
Maybe the other family heads don't think death is a big deal. One thing's for sure. There's a lot of internal conflict within the family, and everybody has their own agenda.
Yeah, it seems strange that they're just blowing off Robin's murder. And they're like, but the festival? Hello? Esteemed head of the Oak family, the investigation into all the suspects involved in the death case has been concluded. The findings are summarized below for your review. Ryan, a general staff from the Oak family, Percy, a diplomatic clerk, Reshi, Connor, Doriani, Peruru, Benny, Maureen, Sir Whitaker, Pat, Orridge, Nader, Carrie, Brendan, Carter, Woolsey, Olamu, Corinna, Melanie, Gabe, Lothric, Lester, Nagi. There are a total of 52 suspects on the list, followed by Sunday's note. Perhaps there is a common thread among them. I have reached a conclusion. You have? Because I certainly haven't.
Mr. Sunday has done some serious research on his suspects. This traitor must have been causing trouble for the family for a long time.
They all seem to be insiders, but I haven't met any of them.
Huh? Wait, these characteristics.
What is it?
No, nothing. Maybe I'm just overthinking things.
But share, Acheron, share.
This traitor really exists. Could they be responsible for Firefly and Robin's deaths?
Perhaps that's why Sunday is taking this matter so seriously. Before coming here, I had all sorts of scenarios in my head about dealing with the family. I did not expect an empty mansion.
Watch out. Someone's approaching.
I don't think trespassing on forbidden
Yikes.
areas is the way to be a guest, Mr. Yang. Acheron? The Galaxy Ranger?
Our apologies, Mr. Sunday. Nobody came to greet us, so we entered without permission. I hope you can forgive us.
But even if there's no one to greet you, you should wait for the host. Don't you agree?
I was gonna say, that's not a great
Even
cover-up.
The famous Galaxy Ranger. As far as I know, the crew has officially accepted the family's commission, so coming here will be unnecessary for you.
On the contrary, that's exactly why we're here. To ask you about the case and gather more information. We don't want any loose ends.
Since you've come with goodwill, I have no reason to show you the door.
Rest assured, he hasn't figured out that we went through those things.
He's right there, Acheron.
The truth remains a mystery. I'm getting close to it. I assure you that the traitor will soon pay the price.
Let's hope justice will prevail soon. I have a question for you, if you don't mind. How did the family come to the conclusion that the murderer was within the family? With all due respect, it's in the IPC's interest to wreak havoc before the Charmony Festival, and the family has every reason to suspect the IPC's involvement.
Well, other family heads share the same suspicions as you, but in my opinion, the true murderer would never have drawn as much attention as that ambassador did. Not to mention, I personally shackled him a while ago. However, I'll give you a suggestion regarding your suspicions, Mr. Yang. You should be more cautious of Aventurine. While the wicked can't break through high walls, they can plunge their evil dagger into the heart of the righteous. He's a businessman, not some philanthropist. But right now, he's out there handing out his wealth on the streets. And he went to the Clock Studios theme park all by himself. Who knows what kind of scheme he's cooking up?
You are the one that told him to go scheme.
While the family is dedicated to keeping our guests safe, it might be wise for you to stay alert. You never know what unexpected troubles could arise.
Why is he sowing discourse right now? I need to know.
According to a Pierpoint hotline tip, there was a major breakthrough in the shocking Ejhazio Aventurine case. The suspect has been arrested. This fraud case has been linked to many departments within the Interastral Peace Corporation and the Intelligentsia Guild, resulting in the IPC taking a massive loss.
The case's main suspect originates from Sigonia 4 and is one of the survivors of the second Kataka-Avgin extinction event, who does not carry an interstellar refugee travel permit. As per Strategic Investment Department head Diamond's sentiments, the IPC has appropriately relocated the suspect in the spirit of the Charter, and will continue to conduct further investigations as to the motive of the suspect.
What pretty eyes. Tell me, do they shine in the dark?
Well, if they did, I'd sell them in a heartbeat.
You don't know how many people long for your eyes to be closed forever. As a servant, you should not resist your master. Yet, you went and killed that man anyway. You're pretty confident on your eloquence. Did you also think that when you lied to the Intelligentsia Guild?
Ask and you shall receive. You wanted the perfect construction material. All I did was offer a possibility. If your luck holds out, the IPC will dig something up from the golden sands of Ejhazio. Maybe even the Sand King's remains. Pity your luck has run out.
I'll admit that. What I'm more curious about, though, is why such a grand scheme failed to benefit anyone in the end, including the perpetrator himself.
Madam, I already have what I want. To be brought before you for the next high-stakes gamble.
What are you prepared to wager this time?
My life.
What do you want, then?
I want your Lenore to meet with me. I have something to say.
And then what?
I want cash.
It can't be that simple, can it?
It is that simple. 30 tonbas. The remainder of my market value. 30 tonbas. No more, no less. With this money, I'll climb to even greater heights than you. Grasp even more riches than you. I wager you won't give me this chance.
You're wrong. 30 Tonbas. He'll give you that. And much more than that. Wealth, status, power. The IPC will give you whatever you want. Even what you don't want. Kakavasha. A good name, but unfortunately destined to be buried in the dirt. You, though, you deserve to live, to create even more wealth for us. Go, pick the clothes you like, then choose your desired identity. And then, use them well, child. May your schemes be forever concealed.
Life is like a long-term investment. Those who choose correctly, do the correct things, reach the correct outcomes, and show the world their value. People can't always make the right choices in their lives. But luck has always been on my side. Is it because Gaiathra blesses me? If that's the case, she must also be looking upon me right now. Even if I overcome this difficult trial, what would come next? What awaits me after this glorious gamble? An even more glorious one? Will I return triumphant with unending riches after countless successes, or will I encounter failure, never to return? I'm pretty sure you already have some ideas, lowly gambler. What? 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 Am I dreaming? Or have I gone completely insane? Perhaps both.
Wonderful.
Got me already. When you were strapped to that electric chair,
What is this man's life?
who was it?
He's been through it.
Fine. I may be crazy, but I'm not stupid. Get out of my head, newborn of the Harmony. The Harmony? Oh, don't play the fool. It's not the first time we've met. I'm you, and perhaps even more aware of yourself than you. Of what exactly you want. You're dying. And you still want to drag a bunch of unfortunate fools with you through death's door. That's why you're here, isn't it? A grand unveiling. You really think you can pull it off? Why not? Well, you may have fooled everyone, but you can't fool yourself. I can show you. Before you're entirely gone, I'll be with you for the last stretch of your road. Let's have a heart-to-heart while we walk. What exactly are you? Most people in this world spend their entire lives just to reach one outcome. And I am that outcome. Kakavasha, I am your future. First, I'm hearing things, and now I'm seeing them. Great. Am I going to be elevated into the Harmony's Emanator next? Oh, why are there no guests here? Just a Pepeshi? No. A child.
Why is strange child blocked out like that?
I thought minors weren't allowed in Golden Hour. Hey kid, you okay?
What's wrong, mister?
Oh,
You don't look well.
Eyes? Impossible. Who are you?
They're pretty, aren't they?
Oh my
They
gosh.
said they're a gift from Mama Funga. Colorful eyes are said to
The
bring
eyes on this child are terrifying looking.
Mister, you have pretty eyes too.
So scary.
Are you alone? Where are your parents?
They're in that amusement park. Papa and Mama went in first. I'm just about to go look for them. I have to go. Goodbye, mister. Hope you have a good time too.
Those eyes.
Oh my gosh, she's zooming.
No, it can't.
Papa, Mama, wait for me.
Only on Paniconi, am I right?
What are you still doing here?
Well, you've known all along. The family truly showed leniency to everyone who came seeking help. Why would there be a need for such high walls and deep moats? However, people don't see it like that. Especially since the flavor of the drink served is so alluring. You will receive no charity on Paniconi, which is why, once you step into the hotel, you remove your high hat and beg everyone you come across for help. Like a hyena scavenging for scraps in the desert.
Well, when you put it like that, even Ratio's a teeny peacock analogy sounds pleasant.
Good timing that you mentioned the doctor. I'm especially fond of what you and he have in common. The conspiracies, calculations. Especially the part about the finale, a magnificent act of betrayal. Oh, when everyone thinks this way, who would even suspect that it was another trap you've meticulously devised? Go on. Tell me I'm right. They only see your big bets, your bravado, the full house, the straight flush. They don't know the other hand is below the table, clutching your chips for dear life. It's a heck of an act. No wonder the tavern sent you an invite. You're a natural kid. You don't stop at fooling the audience, you fool yourself too.
Well, the best way to prevent others from seeing your true colors is first being able to fool yourself.
Of course. I know you all too well. But it's strange. Why did you decline that invitation? You had the chance to embrace elation. Was that not what you most wanted? But you chose the IPC instead. For the preservation? I doubt it. Do you even have anything in common with the preservation?
Oh, I thought you knew. Didn't you say you had me pegged? We're done. Either stop talking or disappear from my sight.
That's fine. But who exactly is about to disappear here? Hide and seek. What sweet childhood memories. When Mama said goodbye that day, how many catechins were like jackals hot on your heels? I know you won't forget that sound anytime soon. Those shrill cackles. You had to hide right under the noses of those savages. You and Big Sis, playing dead, drifting in all that bloody water. Completely ruined that sugar. Shame. Wasn't that the last one Dad left behind?
It wasn't ruined. I've always kept it.
That's so sad.
Come on. It's a rag. Not like you can ever wear it. Now you don't have to hide. You probably won't even deign to get your pretty outfit wet in the rain.
I've never changed.
On the contrary, now you're the one who does the hunting. The last round of hide and seek, and you get to be in. You should enjoy it.
I don't like you, other Aventurine.
That child. Could he be in here? Is this a topaz? What is this doing here? it's just bait.
Of course. That's why Horatio's betrayal was one of the keys to your plan. I have to say, that doctor's acting was superb.
Or maybe he wasn't acting at all.
All the better for you. Sunday didn't become head of the Oak family by acting sloppy. He's obsessed with control. You have to give him enough detail to satisfy his meticulous nature, but not so much that he gets suspicious. Which is why you had Horatio sneak him out and leak the plan on purpose. To prevent the other party from suspecting anything. The intel you gave to Horatio was all true. He spoke the same to Sunday. Finally, Sunday took the bait, found the other cornerstone, and before you know it, everyone's distracted enough for you to steal the third stone right out from under them.
Why don't you stop rummaging through my mind?
Your mind. It's our mind. You're me, and I'm you. We're the same. The best way to prevent others from seeing your true colors is to first be able to fool yourself. Really? You can't even fool yourself. You just got lucky this time. This is the other cornerstone in Sunday's hands. Rather beautiful green. Just like you. Smooth. Cunning.
He is a beautiful green, isn't he?
Tell me. What's its name?
Why are you even asking me?
Must I do all the work? Aventurine is the stone of luck and trickery. That's what she said when you received the stone, wasn't it? This type of stone isn't rare, but its hue is very similar to a certain gem. In fact, it's often used as a substitute. And that more precious gem is...
Jade. Even Sunday can't tell the difference. Well, looks like Jade can be substituted for Aventurine, too. Sauce for the goose.
Aventurine, topaz, jade. 3 elites, 3 cornerstones who, for a measly penny, offered their everything. Oh, you're even more united than the family. So, where's the real Aventurine stone? Take it out, let's have a look.
Suddenly you don't know where it is?
I just want to hear you say it. After all, it really does resemble its owner.
As you wish, then. They never went anywhere. They're right where they belong. Piled up with these cheap baubles.
Oh my gosh.
You smashed the Aventurine stone before you left. Oh, just look at it. Shattered. Just like your life. You're absolutely clear about the consequences of doing this. Blasphemy against Nippon's body. You think the IPC will let you get off scot-free?
Well, Diamond has always been all about results. As long as I could create value far beyond the cost, the ends justify the means. How else would the family be fooled if there was no price to pay? It doesn't matter. Even smashed to smithereens, the preservation's cornerstone can still be used. Its effect may be greatly diminished, but it's enough for me.
Now I'm really curious. Why does every step you take involve reckless risks, and the choices you prepare for yourself always come with a strong impulse for self-destruction? Do you truly believe that the greater the risk, the greater the rewards? I wouldn't have guessed you'd be so loyal to the IPC.
There's so much you don't see. Which is also why you'll never see how I'll win it all.
That is, if you can do what it takes.
We'll just have to wait and see then.